Hello everyone and welcome back to the second part of Hidden and Dangerous 2 tutorial. In the previous one we went through the assault course and movement tricks. Today we go through the shooting range with some tips pertaining to handling World War II weapons.
So, you made it this far. Well done. My name's Blair. I hope you like the weather we've laid on for you. Okay, soldier, you came here to learn how to shoot, so let's see what you can do.
So let's get moving.
That's a Colt 1911 on the table, and the one next to it is an Enfield 38. Whenever you're out of ammo, look for a crate like this. You may find all kinds of items in them, like ammo magazines, grenades and guns. Pick one and let's see how you do on the firing range. I want you to shoot the wooden targets.
Okay, so let's try those ancient pistols. To interact with any object, you have to get closer while looking at it until marked. Then right mouse click and interact. This setting needs to be updated to a more convenient way, I think. Also check those interesting banners. I wish they look clear enough in a remaster. Also the supply box needs upgrading to show the contents at least. Spam right click to refill ammo for both Enfield and 1911. Quick switching of weapons shows in the upper right corner. We have only first and third person perspectives for handguns. To shoot you have to click twice. First click to point the gun and second to fire. That causes a significant delay before the enemy can hit you. So make sure to point the gun out of sight first, then emerge ready to fire.
Enemy! Enemy killed!
Let's see how much time it takes before he lowers down his arm. You can keep that position as long as you press the reload or enter buttons repeatedly, considering the gun is fully loaded. So it takes around 10 seconds of aiming. Always use first person while handling pistols. Better to fire a burst of at least 3 shots at the target to guarantee a kill. They are not preferable, but can be used indoors or as a lightweighted side weapon for a sniper or a heavy gunner, just in case he has to deal with close encounters. Here's an example of shooting around corner. Lean and shoot. No hesitation. And this example of crouch and stand to kill. Always set up everything before showing up to the enemy. Now back again behind the corner, but this time we can do a quick strafe. Aim, adjust at running speed, strafe and shoot the target.
Okay, now you've got the hang of them, we'll move on. Leave the guns here. Let's go. That's a Thompson. You may have heard the lads call it a Tommy gun. It can be used with a drum magazine, but that makes it noisy when the bullets rattle through. So if the drum's attached, it's no good for stealth missions. Next to it is a BAR. I'm sure you're familiar with it. Let's take a look at you now. When firing, brace yourself for the recoil. You have to hold it right or you could easily miss the side of a barn. To aim, it's best to kneel or lay down, but there's not always time for that.
So we have here a submachine gun and a light machine gun. Weapon info in the lower right corner shows the primary weapon armed and the secondary weapon on shoulder, each one with the number of clips available and rounds per clip. It shows also if we have hand grenades. If you take a look at that aiming reticle of dashes, that shows in first and third person views. At the slowest movement, they spread apart slightly. On walking we get a wider dispersion, maximum dispersion while running, and it's locked while sprinting because we can't shoot at this point. So if you need to fire while running, make sure the target is close enough, like in these examples of attacking or storming into rooms. If you kneel or lie down, you get a more focused reticle for precise aiming. Let's practice again standing out of cover. Please take a mental note of enemy position before showing up, because if you expose yourself without facing his general direction, the enemy with quicker action can drop you silent with one shot before aligning your aim. So prepare everything beforehand, click to raise the gun, adjust your aim, then stand to shoot. By the way, I don't know why they downgraded the muzzle flash appearance from the first game. I think it was much better looking in the original Hidden and Dangerous. Now let's try the iron sight. This is the most precise way by pressing the end key by default. Aiming will not drop in this view while moving around, unless you run or sprint, so you have to click once to shoot. Some SMGs have blocky iron sights like this Thompson or Sten MK, while others have better ones such as the MP40 or MP44. Of course, the weapon visuals and sound effects in general need to be updated to the standard of modern war games. Some realistic adjustments to weapon mechanics would be needed as well. But we are missing here the semi-automatic gas-operated rifles. Although they are used most commonly throughout the game, such as the Garand, Carbines or Gewehr rifles, they are quite reliable at medium range combat, unlike the SMGs which may hit or miss at medium range. Time to try the BAR, a very effective weapon at close and medium ranges, but it has a vigorous recoil as you fire a burst. For that reason, I recommend firing the BAR in a semi-auto pattern to lessen that recoil and stay on target. This time let's practice shooting around the corner. Click to point the gun, align the aim, everything is set up, weapon reloaded. Now lean and shoot. All other available LMGs can only be fired while prone, so they are best used for covering a position with defensive fire. As we said, successive shots with the BAR to hit the target rather than continuous firing.
Not bad. Leave the guns here for the next recruit and follow me. Now I'll show you something a bit more specialised. This is a Springfield with a scope. If it was up to me, you rookies would never even get to touch it until you've proved yourselves in combat. But it's my job to make sure you know how to use it. You won't get your hands on it too often, so make the most of it now.
That was another blurry banner showing proper positioning. So now we've come to scoped rifles. They don't have an aiming reticle on first or third persons. The non-scoped versions of those bolt-action rifles can give more freedom and visibility of surroundings. But with these scoped ones, the only way is to zoom in by pressing end to pick off target at a distant range. Like the iron sight, we can move around while zooming in up to the walking speed. If you run, the man will lower down his rifle. The amount of sway we see here differs between our SAS members according to their level of endurance and accuracy. The higher those attributes, the more stable and sharper your aim would be. Again, let's practice sniping around the corner. Don't expose yourself for too long as you look for the enemy or you get hit. Just take a glimpse of his location, then get back to cover and adjust a parallel aim. Then emerge while holding your breath and shoot. Holding breath by holding right mouse click stabilizes the view. And try to aim at the neck, especially for soldiers wearing helmets, because shooting their head may just drop the helmet. Let's practice getting up from cover. We can even align the aim in other perspective while covered. Then get up as you zoom on target and shoot. Zoom levels may differ between the available rifles in-game. The Springfield, Enfield, Carabiner 98 and Arisaka. I don't remember if we have the scoped Mosin Nagant or not. It's a bummer that we have very little room for Russian weapons. Now let's practice it with lying down. If you get a safe and clear view of the target, you may try to hold breath and shoot. If missed, you may deliver another successive shot as the point returns on target. Like this example.
Right, put the gun down and let's move on. This is the Browning machine gun. It's a serious piece of hardware and deadly in combat. Let's see how you handle it. Shoot out the bullseyes on the wooden targets.
All stationary machine guns can be operated in third or first person perspectives. I would say a good shooter AI can handle them much better than us, as they are better in spotting targets from a distance and reacting to them quickly.
Well done. When you join your unit, be sure to tell him it was me that taught you how to shoot straight.
Okay, that's it.
This one was pretty good, Craig. Him? I hope he can shoot better than he can read.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to leave your thoughts or comments. Hit the like and subscribe so these videos can reach as more fans for this beautiful game as we can. And stay tuned for other later tutorials and contents. Thank you all and see you later. Take care.